40 years ago, almost to the day. I was living with Marlon here in Tahiti, and he said to me, Bernie, you've got to go to Tetiaroa. I want to live there someday, and I know you can help me. In 1971, I'd just come back from Tetiaroa with all kinds of ideas, and I told him the ideas, and he said, Bernie, okay, I'm going to hire you as a master planner for Tetiaroa, including my house and little bungalows, and a community kind of place. It might turn out to be a hotel, who knows?
I remember talking one time to Marlon back in the early 1980s, and he asked me the same question, what do you think of Tetiaroa? And I said, it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a jewel there within French Polynesia.
Tetiaroa is an atoll, which means it's not a high island with mountains. It's at most 2 or 3 meters higher than the sea. It's actually a coral reef in the ocean. And because it is completely encircled by the reef, it has a very delicate, interdependent ecosystem, very much like the world itself.
This used to be Marlon Brando's chair. My father used to be there, I think, and he used to receive people who would sit here. He wanted information of, what could be planted on the island, how to get water, what was feasible or not on a secluded, out-of-the-way island.
Brando wanted to start a scientific colony there and an artist colony. The wildlife, it's atoll existence. It's atoll wildlife, and it's superb. It's a piece of paradise, is what it is.
When Brando bought the atoll, it had been uninhabited for over 50 years. To help him realize this dream, he chose award-winning LA architect Bernard Judge, who caught Brando's enthusiasm for this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to benignly develop an uninhabited tropical island.
I stayed for 4 years. We built a village, and then somebody had to run the village. When I wasn't going to do that. I'm not a person that was going to stay there for the rest of my life. I wanted to, and maybe I should have, but I didn't. And so finally, he hired somebody to take over running the hotel.
I got over there, and I saw this guy sitting on the runway. So I introduced myself. I recognized him. So I spent 2 days with Marlon on the island. There were no guests. Everything. And we started talking, and we talked, and we talked. And then he asked me to run the place for 2 years.
He tried to find out as much how to live on the land lightly in what we now call green planning. But that was 40 years ago. He was doing green planning before it was even practiced anywhere.
No, I don't think he wanted Tetiaroa to be some kind of Hilton place. It was just for people that were truly interested in living a very difficult life on the island with a lot of mosquitoes and 1.5 cupfuls of water a day to bathe all the salt water off that's encased all over your body and your hair. That's the kind of person that it would take to live there.
As he had always insisted, he didn't want any insecticide or any treatment or anything. The termites were eating the posts, so sometimes you had honeymoon couples on the bed and they would get termite dust on their behinds.
Toward the last 5 years of his life, Marlon contacted me on several occasions, and I had known him for 25 years, and he said he wanted to leave footprints in the sand. And I said, what do you mean, Marlon? I said, you've already left footprints. I said, I want to leave a positive message. He wanted to start a school there. He even wanted to start a foundation and he wanted to open it up to sciences and science classes around the world.
You know, Marlon and I used to ask ourselves, can paradise be saved? Well, there are a lot of obstacles to overcome and a lot of adventures too, and we had a lot of fun doing it. And there are great stories to be told, but in the end, he kept his promise to keep the atoll as natural as he had found it.